right. Bless their hearts, they had to meet the end before my story starts. Since the gory part, the ooey gooey bits is dark. Keep your guard up. Some motherfuckers talking like they ain't about to get barred up. That price upon your head about to get marked up. I'm allergic to bullshit and rat fucking hoes, and that's my word is. Probably surface level, but it still should be asserted. I love myself too much, so me and death have never flirted. Don't call me Waldo no more, I am Murdrick. That's Kurt. All my Sims got the metal on them. Kaboom. All my Sims got the metal on them. Kaboom. Tombstones put the pedals on them. Rip. Tombstones put the pedals on them. Rip. All my Sims got the metal on them. Kaboom. All my Sims got the metal on them. Kaboom. Tombstones put the pedals on them. Rip. Tombstones put the pedals on them. Rip.
Yeah. Get a little bit of Waldo springtime in your life to start the stream, huh? We're walking down Electric Avenue with that W, says Lucario. Starting the stream off strong with the $2 holo, Lucario. Appreciate that. How we feeling, boys and girls, after a W like that, huh? Little iffy there for a second when Troy Taylor came in, but we got there. Love the Ty's music here. Yeah, guys, if you guys haven't listened to Ty / Waldo Springtime's new album Ultimania, go listen to it. It's actually gas. And yeah, I think playing it before streams, especially, we got to take the Mayor's Anonymous chip off, huh? Get out of here. Did I avoid getting audited? I did, I think. I don't like having to pay taxes. I liked it better when I used to get money back, but I got it done, I think. So, yeah, chat. The best game of the season so far from Bryce Miller. He's been fighting his command a lot so far this season, but today he didn't. He had it going in this game. Obviously, a little bit of trouble there, but was saved by Luke Rayleigh throwing the runner out at home. I think that this is a big step for Bryce from what we've seen from the start of the year, because he just looked really bad, and especially after the start that Luis had the other day or yesterday, we had to have this one from Bryce. Now you got Brian Wu on the mound tomorrow. Pretty excited about that. So we'll just have to see what he can come out there with. Hopefully he learned a thing or two from what Bryce did today. You just bought your Mayor's Anonymous shirt today too. Well, Boomer, hopefully the rest of the year you don't have to use it that often. Thoughts? Hopefully the rest of the year you don't have to use that often. I'm not even going to link the Mayor's. You know what? I'm going to link different merch, chat. No more Mayor's Anonymous merch, because Joe and I have been making other stuff as well on Fourth Wall. Yeah, rough one for Troy Taylor, guys. It was, first game back, three batters faced, 3 hits. Gave up those 2 runs. Dude, we're up to 13 orders. We're up to 13 orders on all of our stuff. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. That's awesome. Let's actually, you know what? Let's find a specific product here. Taylor looked iffy. Yeah, no, we shouldn't be concerned about Troy Taylor. Not yet. Anyway, not yet. We shouldn't be concerned about him. Ooh, how about the new Mojo floral quarter zip? Let's do that one. That's the one that we're gonna share here. I don't think we should be worried about Troy Taylor yet. I think that give him a few starts back to get a feel. You know what I mean? But if of course he just looks like a guy who missed some time, right? I think that's the best way to look at it. Missed some time. He's back on a big league mound. He looked good down in AAA, but there's nothing quite like, facing major league hitting. And the same with Ben Williamson over there at third base, who obviously bobbled that ball in the 7th or 8th inning. Yeah, I mean, these guys are going to go through some growing pains, and Troy Taylor obviously coming back, some growing pains there. But overall, Mariners, good win today. Good win. That home run from Cal from the right side, needed it. Otherwise, this is a 1-run ball game, and you are sweating your little tail off. But able to keep this a 2-run game and get Andres Munoz to save in the process. He continues to be perfect on the year. He's looked great. Great. Cal is back to averaging 1 home run every game since the Torpedo bat. True. I think that, yeah, Cal's kind of popping off right now, and I think that he believes in the in the torpedo bat magic. All right, hold on. Floral print design. So this is our this is a new quarter zip jacket, chat, and it's actually, I believe it's Under Armour brand. So it's a little bit more expensive because, again, it's Under Armour and we just don't have a choice. But yeah, if you guys are interested in that, I think we posted that the other day if you haven't seen it already. So 3 stars of the game: Bryce Miller, Cal Raleigh, and Luke Raley. Luke Raley hit the ball pretty hard today, but had nothing to show for it. But he did have that guy thrown out at home plate, which was that was a big run. That they were able to save there. So appreciate the $2.99 or $1.99, Lucario. Big smooches. You're looking forward to Wu tomorrow. I mean, Wu has looked. He's been the best player or best pitcher on this team so far, other than Andres Munoz, of course. But he's been the best starter so far. So I'm pretty excited to see kind of what he's got in store for us against the Reds, who we know that their offense isn't great. Knock on wood. What happened with the catcher's interference deal is, so it was batter's interference. So the hitter swung through. So Ellie De La Cruz was stealing. Ellie De La Cruz was stealing, and the hitter swung through the pitch and then kind of stumbled in front of Cal when he went to throw it down. And because of that, that's considered hitter's interference, which makes it so the runner is also out there. Even though I don't think Cal had any chance to get him no matter what happened. Yeah, the runner is out in that situation. So, yeah, agreed, Silverbane. Those two outs on the base paths, those are those were the real defining moments of this game for the Mariners, at least on the defensive side of things. Because with the Mariners, putting up 5 runs, but also not taking advantage of some opportunities earlier in the game, yeah, it's they had to have those. So. Floral design. Oh, it's an Adidas. It's an Adidas quarter zip. Gotcha. Yeah. So it's because it's actually name brand that it's more expensive, chat. So unfortunately, there was nothing we could. I wanted to make it cheaper, but we couldn't make it cheaper. So they originally wanted us to charge $90 for it, and I'm like, $90? Who the hell is gonna buy that? But I'm gonna buy your Cal jersey pronto. Yeah, chat. So let's talk about that for really quick. I want to get a new City Connect jersey. I want to get a new City Connect jersey, and I can't decide if I want to get a Cal, a Logan, or a Munoz. What do you guys think? I also need a new Julio, because Joe bought my City Connect from me, which is a Julio. So I need to get a new Julio jersey. No, Thomas, that was something that we've talked about it specifically on here for quite a while, that they should just leave him in there to face a lefty to keep his bat in the lineup. You have to keep his bat in the lineup. But so yeah, no, I think it was the right choice to leave him in there. You just got a Logan City Connect. Let's go, Chube. Why not all 3? Because I just paid my taxes yesterday, chat. I just paid my taxes yesterday. I'm not getting a jersey for a while. Get a Rowdy Tellez jersey. If Rowdy goes off at some point this year, I'll get a Rowdy Tellez jersey. I'll get a Tellez jersey if he goes off. Get a Julio in the Sunday. See, the problem, I love the Sunday jerseys. I don't personally like the way I look in white or like any shades of white, so I don't normally wear it. It just makes me look fat. Julio, no name or name, it's up to you. Yeah, so I think that if I wouldn't mind getting a Rowdy one if he kind of popped off for a little bit, but still. Daniel, Mariners fan from Vancouver, Canada here. Planning on watching Everett play when they come up to Vancouver next month. Who are some prospects in high A I should keep an eye on? Daniel, let me tell you, the high A Everett Aqua Sox are my favorite, I think everyone's favorite team in the organization. Lazaro Montez and Colt Emerson specifically are 2 big guys down there. Ty Pete, Drangelo Sanja as a pitcher. He's a switch pitcher. I don't know if he'll be pitching when you go to see him, but that would if you somehow manage to watch Drangelo Sanja pitch, then you're going to be feeling pretty good about what you get to see. Again, Colt Emerson and Lazaro Montez are like 2 of the top 3 or so prospects in the Mariners organization. So, I mean, yeah, you're going to be going to see probably everyone's favorite team in the organization. Felipe Matchett, you won't, says Lucario with the 199. Lucario's trying to start a dono war. He is, Lucario is the top donor of the day, chat. He's top single dono was 199. So, just saying, chat, smile. Going to see the Switch pitcher on Saturday? That's sick. Oh, are they, what time's that game, Creed? What time's that game? Because... Also, did you say that you got a foul ball today? I think I saw that, but then I went on to Instagram and it just wasn't loading. You missed that they were in town? Yeah, I know. I'm excited to go to an Aqua Sox game this year. Gosh, and I can't forget about Miller. Miller was so damn good. Autumn, yeah, this was definitely the best start of the season for him. I think that he needed it. He really needed to have a start like today because I don't know. You got to feel for a guy that had such a good season in 2024. Vinny with the 499 says, "Get the Munoz jersey, Vinny. Get the Munoz jersey." Okay, well, hey, that may have talked me into it. But we can't say anything because the top donor, Mike E. Top spot belongs to me and me only. The $20 holla from Mike E. Mike, you know how much I appreciate you, bro. Big smooches to you. Also our longest tenured member, chat. The very first member in Mariner Mojo history right there. Very first member. And then Dark Time Patriot with the $5 says, "Pay your taxes, dude." I knew that my taxes were going to be expensive. They were more expensive than I thought they were going to be, so that was kind of a bummer. So that was rough. It's at 6:30 that day. Okay. I don't know. Joe and I might try to go to that. I'll have to talk to him. I haven't talked. I mean, this is all fresh information, but maybe Joe and I will try to go to that game because we're going to be doing the thing with Lyle and TJ at the Queen Anne Beer Hall in the morning. Yo, Mike with the 10 Mariner Mojo gifted members, dude. What an absolute legend you are, Mike. To Alex, to Jordan, to Willie, to Jay Schmitty, to Juju, to Alvy, to Colin, to Kevin, to Ethan, and real name Clarence. Mike, everyone, if you guys just got a gifted member from Mike, please give him a smooch for me. Give him a smooch right this second. Dude, Mike, appreciate you, bro. You're looking mighty fine this evening, just so you know. Like, damn, girl. You're changing Manny's oil. Manny, I have hella cash, hella motion, hella bread. Manny, you get paid more than I do. You make more money than I do. How dare you? We need a green wall, guys. Oh, is a green wall when everyone is when everyone is a member? We almost have one. Yeah, you were close, Rich. It was in there. I feel it. If the Reds would have just pulled a Canseco yesterday, I know. Could you imagine, Kyle, if he had hit that home, if that one had gone out plus the two that he hit today? Like we could be talking about some real history coming up for Cal Raleigh here pretty soon. Could you imagine? Mike is making you look broke. Dude, Mike's got it like that, bro. Mike's onlyfeet.com is really picking up. Congrats, Mike. Yeah, Autumn says, and Cal with the torpedo bat, he's on a roll. Did anyone see, was he using the torpedo bat from the right side today? I couldn't tell. I don't think he's using it right-handed, but I could be wrong. Come back and work here. Listen, it's just so far away. It's an hour drive, and I'd be a seasonal employee, so I don't get health insurance. I have to have the health insurance. Look at me, I'm fat. I have to have health insurance. Come on. Who's on the mound tomorrow for the Reds? It's Brady Singer, right? Brady Singer. Brian Wu versus Brady Singer. So, Mike E. 26 months. 26 months as a Majovian as well. What an absolute legend. Any free agents that the M's should take a look at right now. I know Spencer Turnbull's still out there. I wouldn't mind if they were to go pick him up just as like a, eventual swingman in case somebody else in the organization gets hurt. I would really like it if we didn't... if we didn't have to use like Emerson Hancock all the time. You know what I mean? But I think that, man, other than that, Jonah Bride would have been one that I would have thought about, but I don't know. I'd have to look. I'd have to look at the free agency pool right now. I can't think of anybody. I mean, not JD Martinez. I know people were talking about that last week. Not JD Martinez. Yeah, I don't know. I think Spencer Turnbull is the one guy that I'd be like, yeah, he might be the guy you want to go pick up. Take the light rail and don't drive. Unfortunately, Manuel, okay, I still live like 30 to 45 minutes away from the light rail station. Okay. Yeah, he has 5 home runs in his last 5 games, Vinny, and home runs in 4 of the last 5. Yep, because obviously he hit 2 today. So, yeah, I mean, he hit it to his 100th career home run today, the second fastest in Mariners history. Does Jose Iglesias have a team? He signed with the Padres, I think, right, chat? Am I wrong? I believe Jose Iglesias had signed with the Padres. And he made a real bad, I think it was a really bad throw from left field the other day. They got him playing left field because the Padres infield is stacked. But so Brady Singer versus Brian Wu tomorrow. The Mariners have seen Singer quite a bit, obviously, when he was with the Royals. But Singer's off to a really, really good start. Singer's off to probably the best start of his career so far. And I think that while so is Wu, I worry that the Mariners' bats aren't going to... I don't know, because they've looked pretty good so far in these 2 games. Obviously, the first game, you ended up losing it, but still, the bats have looked better. The Mariners... This was the Mariners' first road win of the season, by the way, guys. I don't know if anyone realized that. That's our first road win of the season as we sit here on April 16th. And while you may be thinking, it's a little late for a road win, but also they've only played now 5 games on the road. 5, that's it. Like, of the, 18 games they've played, 5 of them have been on the road. It's going to catch up here soon, but smooches, Sour Vanilla. What's up, dude? Just hear me out. Use nothing but position players pitching in the 5th spot. They'll never see it coming. Flawless plan. You know what? Kyle's spitting right now, chat. Hold on. Yeah, it's like, do you go with a bullpen day that day? I don't know what the okay, Manny, shut up. I hate you, Manny. Everett is in the Tri-Cities right now, but it's like 70 and sunny, so it's really nice right now. Oh, really? Oh, W. Nice. You love to see it. That's right. So they're still gonna be over there on Saturday? I kind of forgot that you lived that far away. I kind of forgot you lived that far away already, even though we just talked about it at the game the other day. My bad. Maybe Joe and I aren't going to try and make it because we're going to drive over to the Tri-Cities. My bad. Imagine signing JD Martinez. Imagine. Tellez has a 0.00 ERA. So true, King. Where's your queen, Kay Kinney? She doesn't know you, little bro. She doesn't know you. Colton, when I'm going to Everett next Tuesday, are you coming over to watch them on Tuesday? A week from yesterday? I don't know. Man, I don't know. Could Vargas start? I mean, you could put him in there. I don't know how long that you'd want to leave him in there, but you could. Heard Manny is playing? Oh, Vinny. No, Vinny. Heard Manny is paying for the Mojo Suite meetup. You hear that, chat? Everyone give a big round of applause to Day Dara, all right? He is paying for the Mariner Mojo Suite meetup. Let's go. It's like a 6-game series, which is interesting. Yeah. Dude, Autumn. Yeah, that throw from Williamson was crazy. Obviously, he, fumbled that ball in the 8th inning, but who cares? Who cares, right? That throw, it was good to see him get his first action over there at third base because he didn't have a single ball hit to him yesterday by some grace of God. I don't know how that happens, but nothing hit to him yesterday. Had a couple hit to him today and made a nice play on one of them. So, I mean, those jitters of coming up to the big leagues, making your first big league start, now 2 in a row. Yeah, good for him, man. Good for him. Brian the Dragon Wu. The Dragon? I'm sorry, is that Brian Wu's nickname? There's no shot, right? You were walking and typing. L. Autumn, have a good dinner. I hope it's delicious. And watch more later. Appreciate you, Autumn. Enjoy dinner. $2 from Levi said Brian the Dragon. Chat, is the Dragon Brian Woo's nickname? Thoughts? You said you plan on going to an Everett game this year, Joe? Joe? I'm Colton. Hello? I'm Colton. I'm not Joe. This is unbelievable. But yes, we are going to definitely go. We are going to definitely go to we're definitely going to go to Everett this year for a game. Vinny with the $4.99 says, for my mistake. Vinny, appreciate the $4.99, homie. Oh my god, that's so funny. For my mistake. And Daydara responds with Hawk Tua. She's alive, chat. The Talk Tua podcast is back. Good name for Woo. Cy Young winner this year, I'm calling it. I mean, Dark Time, the way he's looked, yeah, he's looked really, really good. I think, and I don't know if you guys saw the latest episode of the podcast, but I said in it, my Operation Overreaction was that Brian Woo was going to have the highest finish by a Mariner in the Cy Young race. Why? Hold on. You guys weren't going to tell me there was a knot right here, just sitting right here in the middle of the screen? You guys weren't going to tell me that was there? I didn't even see that. Yeah, Daydar, I'll be sure to not let you know, bro. You guys didn't even tell me that was there. That's crazy, chat. That's crazy. Can we get not Joe on the stream with Colton? Oh, God. I don't know how well this is going to work. Hold on. I haven't done this since last year. Here we go. Shoot. There we go. So we'll go like this. We're gonna get me. What the hell? There we go. We're gonna get. I look gigantic. Holy shoot. I look freaking huge. And then we're gonna put. Hold on, chat. I got this. We're gonna do a text box. I know how to do this. I'm a professional streamer. Here we go. Add source. Oh, it's way up here. What the I am not a professional streamer. I am not a professional streamer. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Text. Yes. No. There it is. There we go, chat. Not Joe is here. Not Joe has made his way to the stream, chat. We get a big round of applause for Not Joe. You've been calling him Dragon since last year. Did Cal like your post? That's a W. That's a W. Yeah, no, I think that Brian Woo, I think is the most fun guy that I like to watch because of how smooth he is. Get job. Shut up, Manny. I got this. Thank you, America Stuff. Thank you. Cut the stream. Come on, guys. I did it. Now it's like really zoomed in and I look real big. Since he throws fastballs, true. Not Joe Libre. Like Nacho. I don't get it. But yeah, today's game, Dylan Moore, quite a few hits in this one. Dylan Moore on the road is the greatest hitter in history. Thoughts? Dylan Moore on the road. I don't know what it is. He sucks at home. What were his numbers last year? I can look this up. We have the internet, chat. We have the internet. Dylan Moore. You guys ever look up Dylan Moore and then there's like an actress also named Dylan Moore? It gets real confusing. Splits 2024. All right, chat. On the road last year, Dylan Moore hit 249, 362, 478 with a 139 OPS plus. On the road, he hit 144, 269, 234 with a 43 OPS plus. He hit 8 home runs on the road and 2 at home, chat. 2. I don't know what it is. I mean, I bet you if I look at his numbers this year, they're still pretty crazy. Although he's had a pretty decent year so far, so I don't know if it'll be that bad. But all right, chat. On the road this year, okay, Dylan Moore is hitting 438 with a 438 OBP and a 1,000 slugging percentage. Good for a 320 OPS plus. 320. At home, he's hitting 200, 333, 350 with an 89 OPS plus shot. He has 3 home runs he has 3 home runs in 4 games on the road. He has 1 home run in 10 games at home. Crazy work. Crazy work. Something about Dylan Moore on the road just hits. And I don't know what it is. Braden, what's up, dude? How are you? Game Spider is so back, dude. Game Spider. Honestly, he's looked so good this year. He might be Game Spider. You know, Gabe Spire was last year, but Game Spider, that's this year. That's this year. Demo's an MVP outside of Seattle. So true. Why would I study for my final exams when I can watch the Mariners dominate? That's my boy, Dylan. That's my boy. Yes, sir. So like I was saying, Manny is paying for the Mojo Suite with his motion. I'm in. Manny, you hear that? Demo calm 1.1.036 OPS. Yeah. Yeah. Demo is the savior. I chat, you know what? It's time that I admit that I was wrong about Dylan Moore. Okay. I was saying during spring training, they asked me, hey, I think it was Gavin of the Up West podcast, most overrated Mariner. And I said, Dylan Moore. I have been a Dylan Moore denier for years now. I am ready to be a Dylan Moore truther. I'm ready. Defensively, he won the Gold Glove last year. This year, he's one of your best hitters. I'm going to be a Dylan Moore truther from now on. It has to happen, chat. I don't want to be on this layout anymore. It's weird. It's weird. I want to be back on this layout. I am Colton, though, just so we're clear. I am Colton. $20 from Jacob, tying Mike E. Tying Mike E for the top D of the day. Jacob, I appreciate the 20, bro. When do you think we'll see Logan Evans up with the big club? Is club control the only reason we haven't seen him yet? So, I was originally assuming, Jacob, that we were going to see Logan Evans in Toronto, in the next start where that spot was going to be. However, according to like Shannon Dreyer and a bunch of other people, it's going to be Emerson Hancock in that spot. I truly thought that was... I legitimately thought that was when we were going to see Logan Evans make his Major League debut. Maybe they want him to make it at home. I don't really know. I don't honestly know, Jacob, if club control is that big of an issue for them. I mean, first of all, they brought him up to AAA, which the Mariners normally don't do with their starting pitchers. They didn't bring out the entire starting rotation, minus Luis Castillo, of course. Mike E with the 10 says, Jacob, you rat booty. LOL JK. Mike E taking it back. Taking it back. He's up to 30 now on the day, plus however much the gifteds add up to. I don't even know. Mike E taking it back from Jacob, dude. What a legend you are, Mike. But you look at everybody in the rotation except for Luis Castillo, and they all came up directly from Arkansas, right? They didn't pitch down in AAA. And so, excuse me, the fact that they sent Logan Evans up to AAA is strange to me, but he's pitched well. Like, he's pitched his last few starts, he's been really good. He was the PCL pitcher of the week last week, I believe it was. He pitched well again last night. So it's very strange to me that they have him on this path where he lines up so well to pitch in the spot that has been vacated by, of course, George Kirby, that Luis F. Castillo has pitched in and Emerson Hancock has pitched in. If it is club control, I don't remember the exact date. I don't... Jacob with another 20 says, you don't want to do this, winky face. That sounds like a threat, Jacob, and I'm all for it. Jacob with another 20, by the way. Putting him up to 40 on the stream. Taking back that top D spot of the day. Jacob, what an absolute legend. Holy crap. They're going band for band. Absolute legend. Yeah, get some smooches, bros, for Jacob and Mike, chat. Bunch of smooches, bros. Here we go. Easy. But yeah, I don't know if I can look this up. I don't know if it'll come up here. One sec, chat. Let's see. MLB service time cutoff? Cutoff? Is that what I should be looking for? So, in Major League Baseball, a player gains 1 year of service time by spending 172 days on the Major League roster or injured list in a given year. After 6 years of service time, players become eligible for free agency at the end of the season unless they have a contract extension. Mike E. with the $50. Holy... Jacob, listen, bro. I don't think you want to do this. Mike is ready. Mike with the $50 holla just says, bring it. Holy shit, chat. Oh my god, Mike. You guys don't need to do a dono war, okay? You don't need to do a dono war, you absolute mad lads, but I appreciate it. Oh my god. That's crazy. You guys are crazy. Mike, I appreciate the $50 holla. This is why Joe isn't here. Why is Joe not here? Colton loving every moment of the donos. Hey, man. I mean, listen. You know, I appreciate the hell. Jacob with the 51 says Ichiro. Jacob says Ichiro with the 51. Mike, listen, guys. Listen. Okay, you guys don't need to have a dono war. Dude, that's like 2 draft beers at T-Mobile Park. I mean, you're not wrong. You guys don't need to have a dono war. I appreciate the hell out of you guys, but you trust me. Mike, you said you're racking up more money on your credit card doing this? Stop it immediately. Stop what you're doing. No more racking up money on your credit card, okay? Listen, take it from me. Take it from me, okay? I have way too much money racked up on my credit card, so service time manipulation. Okay. In Major League Baseball, service time manipulation refers to tactics that baseball teams and executives employ to prevent players from becoming eligible, blah, blah. It typically takes the form of demoting a player from the major leagues to the minor leagues for 16 days or more for reasons unrelated to their performance. Vinny just says yawn with the 199. Vinny, appreciate it. Appreciate it, Vinny. America Stuff says, I might have started a donor war. America Stuff he's just poking the bear. Colton is the eye candy. Hey, I'm the moneymaker, all right? It's this face. I know it's this face. Come on. Dude, appreciate the 199, Vinny. Vinny coming in like Humpy the Salmon. That's so messed up. Vinny, listen, big donos, small donos. I appreciate all of you all the same. Thank you guys so much. I love you all. So if a player's on the Major League roster for 171 or fewer days, they do not earn a year of service time, and partial years cannot be combined. So, if that's the case, chat, I believe that would have happened already, right? We are, 18 games into the season? So I don't think, to answer your original question, Jacob, I don't think that service time is the problem, because I believe they would have already gotten past that. You know what I mean? I think. I'm not 100% certain, but I believe they're past that, 16-day or whatever it is window that it should have been. But maybe I'm just not understanding it right. Mike E says he also gifted 10 subs, so ... with the $5 holla. Mike E, you absolute madman. Mike, stop it. Your credit card can't handle this. Stop it. I honestly just wanted to support some content I love, Jacob. I appreciate it, man. I truly appreciate it. It means a lot, truly. We could not... I've been talking to a few people about, people at work, specifically, who are trying to understand, kind of what it is that I do and why I don't have to work full-time anymore. And I said, you know, yeah, our videos, they get views, blah, blah, but it's just the support of on live streams like this. It is people that are watching, you know, the streams, watching the YouTube videos, like all of that is what makes it possible. So truly, I appreciate, I know I say it all the time, but I don't think it's possible to say enough how much I appreciate you guys and the fact that you guys have changed our lives. So I appreciate the hell out of you guys, but stop it. Let's get back to, should Colton do another 999 challenge? Joe and I have talked about doing it again this year. Joe and I have talked about doing another one this year. It's certainly possible. So I think, if I'm understanding it correctly, chat, to just put a cap on that question, it would, like, the service time is not an issue. I could be very wrong. It might be different for pitchers. I'm not sure. But if I'm understanding it, then service time is probably not the issue. Ernest and Angie entered the chat. Ernest? Where's Ernest? Ernest and Angie. What's up, guys? How are you guys? Do it at a game? I will not do the 999 challenge at a game, chat. No. But I will do, we will probably do another 999 chat with the sumo dog. I'll throw up. The sumo dog's spicy. Joe ate it like at the last game with two. Spicy? I can't do spicy. If y'all do another nines, I'm joining from afar. Michael, what's up, dude? How are you? I'm excited. K Kinney says yes to the 999. We'll probably do one this year. We probably will do another one this year. I'm going to get something lighter than, I'll probably get like a Coors or something. Just like a crappy beer, because the Blue Moons were a little heavy. We're a little heavy when you're already eating so many hot dogs. No one clip that motion. Thank you. Had a math exam today. I think I deserve a new Cal jersey. Dylan, I bet you crushed the math exam. Thoughts? Your goat, K Kinney? Dude, Kirsten made it, bro. She made it. The nacho cheese chili dog is fire. I actually haven't seen that one. You can do a 999 at a Mariners game. You just have to sneak in the dogs. A fifth of whiskey instead of, I'm sorry, a fifth? The whole fifth? I think that I'd be vomiting everywhere. I'm not going to lie, chat. I think that, like, if I was to do the 999, if I was to just eat 9 hot dogs, I think I'd throw up no matter what. No matter what. I mean, I did it last time we did it, but did I throw up? Yeah, I threw up. It sucked. An ICBM to home base, Mr. Sicky. That throw was crazy. With 4 locos? Ugh. I've never actually had a 4 loco. Do it at Angel Stadium? You know how some streamers do a subathon? What if you and Joe did a glizzy-a-thon, where you eat 1 hot dog for every new membership? Mara, I'm sorry. I just got to stop you at glizzy-a-thon. Are you... a glizzy-a-thon? First of all, I die. For every gifted member... Dude, I mean, in the subathons, they just like add time to the stream, right? For a subathon. Ugh. Quick Cook says, why do you think the Mariners aren't putting Luke at first, Morin right, and Master Boney at second? He started hitting well and hasn't played in a while, even though with a righty on the mound. Yeah, I did think it was interesting. I did think that it was interesting that that Master Boney didn't play today, because like Quick Cooks just mentioned, he was hitting pretty well, and then to not start him today of all days against a righty, I would assume that he'll be in there tomorrow, maybe at third base. With probably Ben Williamson getting a day off. Thoughts? But yeah, I think Luke Raley is best suited for the outfield. He's a great defensive outfielder. We saw it again today. You're wasting his talent if you put him at first base. In my opinion, you're wasting his talent. With that being said, Rowdy and Donovan Solano aren't really putting up good at bats to make having them there worth it. So it's a bit of a give and take, but you know, I'd be interested to see how it works out tomorrow. Nelson with the gifted sub to Brian. Nelson, how are you, bro? How are you? How about little cocktail wieners? That like little smokies, bro. I could chow down on some little smokies. How about more at first? Nah, he's really bad defensively at first base. I'm good. Wish we kept Ty France. Yeah, chat. He's off to a really good start. Hopefully, I mean, for his sake, I hope it continues, man. I really do. I like seeing Ty France being good at baseball again. It's fun to watch. Rowdy actually playing a pretty solid first base. Yeah, I kind of thought that at least one of the balls that he didn't get to today, he probably should have, but whatever. There's one, I don't care. Can we have Ty France back? Problem is, if he came back, he'd just start to suck again. He'd just start to suck again. Lol, they're pretty big. Oh, they're completely average size, little Smokies are. Manny, I agree wholeheartedly. Yeah, first base is an interesting one. I mean, I've said this a lot recently, but I would not be mad if they called up Tyler Locklear. Like, truthfully, I would not be mad if either someone has to go on the injured list or they decide, listen, it's probably too early to cut bait on Donovan Solano, right? It's probably too early, but he's off to the worst start of his career. I think it might be worth discussing ditching Donovan Solano, which sucks because he can be a guy that can, carry or extend an offense for another, inning or so. It's just, he's not doing anything for you right now. He's striking out every at-bat, which is, I mean, it's not like him. There is something fundamentally wrong right now with Donovan Solano's swing that's making him swing and miss more than he ever has in his career. Ever. And I don't understand it. He's always been a big contact guy, and he hasn't been that at all this year. So I think bringing up Tyler Locklear is a good start as a right-handed first baseman. Maybe, I mean, Mitch, you have to start cutting bait, right? They cut bait on Mitch Haniger. They did. I think you need to cut bait on Mitch Garver, and you need to cut bait on Donovan Solano and bring some guys up that can actually hit the ball. Like, I know it's easier said than done, but I think that it's time for them to really have a hard discussion about that. Next year, do you think Harry Ford will be our DH? Also, what do you think Logan Evans, what do you do with Logan Evans, assuming all 5 pitchers are healthy? I would assume that next year, talking about Harry Ford, I would assume he'd be the backup catcher behind Cal Raleigh. So, as for Logan Evans, I think he should be up right now. I don't think that you take him to a 6-man rotation. A lot of guys in the marriage rotation apparently don't like that. But at the same time, like, you can't just leave him down there in AAA. He could be a good trade chip for you. He could be. It's nice to have a guy in the minors that you can turn to in a spot like what they should be doing coming up here in the Toronto series, which they're not going to do, which sucks. But that if you trade Logan Evans, this is one less guy you have down on the farm. Hey, Colton says, I posted one podcast episode. Do you think I should quit my job? No. No, I know you're kidding. I know you're kidding, Rich, but just so we're clear, chat. Joe and I are on episode, 183 of the podcast we're going to record tomorrow. We both still have our jobs. If we cut Garver, who is atrocious, who is our backup catcher? Not sure Ford is ready. I would say, Gmo, it would be, Blake Hunt, truthfully. Greg, what's up, dude? How are you? I can't wait for Brash to come back. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Obviously, Taylor had the rust that he needed to knock off today. Hopefully, he's ready to go in his next outing. It is what it is. Mighty Pat, I have returned anyway. Did you make Not Colton do your taxes? Well, I did my taxes yesterday. Not Colton was no help. So, yeah, that was a lot of fun, Shah. I hate taxes. Hey, what's up, Baseball Talk? What's going on, man? How are you? Maybe you've talked about it before, but how would you feel about signing Rizzo? I haven't talked about it in a while, so how much more could Anthony Rizzo provide you than Rowdy Tellez? Let's see. How did he do last year? How did Rizzo do last year? Hold on, chat. I know he wasn't horrible. Anthony Rizzo. I honestly forgot that he was still a free agent. Let's see. So last year he had a .2 WAR. He hit 228, 301, 335 with an 82 OPS plus. I mean, that's better. That's better than what you're getting from your current first base platoon. So like it can't be any worse. You know what I mean? It can't be any worse. Rizzo's broken after that last concussion. That's a good point, Aaron. That's a good point. Yeah, he got another concussion, which is I hate. Obviously, that's what ruined Joe Mauer's career. So, what about trading Castillo either at the deadline or after this season to make room for Evans? If we do it at the deadline, maybe we can get a decent bat or two and make a playoff run. I think that's a tough. Luis Castillo is better than Logan Evans, like full stop. Can you get a good bat with Luis? I think you're better off trying to trade prospects when you get to the trade deadline this year. In the offseason, sure, trade Luis Castillo. But in the middle of the season, do not trade Luis Castillo. Trade prospects. You trade prospects in the middle of the season, you can trade some big league guys in the offseason. Do not break up the team in the middle of the season. Don't. Add to it. Do not break up the team. Jake Shiner come back. What is his name? Jack Slaughter or whatever that they got from the Cubs. If Rayleigh is terrible and does not get going, and we know what Canzone looks like right now, who would the next outfielder up be to replace them? Samad Taylor, in my opinion, Commander Ludwig. I think Samad Taylor is the guy right now that you would want to call up. He's been tearing the cover off the ball down in AAA. Other than that, I think you would probably just run like Dylan Moore out there or something like that. When should we DFA or try to send Rowdy to Tacoma? I think you give it. I think you give it through. Autumn says, not Joe. Autumn, I think you're a little behind in the stream because that was a while ago. Either that or this just now went through. Either you're really behind or that just went through. MJ, what's going on? Hey girl, hey. I just got here. Can you restart the stream? Yeah, real quick, chat. No worries. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. Lazaro Montes? No. Although I wouldn't be mad if Lazaro got called up to AA Arkansas. I mean, he's been tearing the cover off the ball with Everett. So I wouldn't be mad if he got called up to AA Arkansas already. I mean, he struggled in Everett last year, but he is tearing it up so far this year. And I think that... Jared Sundstrom. Sundstrom's a good shout as well, Dadara. Good shout as well. Cade Marlowe, it's just not in the cards anymore. You were behind? Okay, Autumn. That makes sense. That makes so much more sense. I personally think we should bring back Jose Caballero, just saying. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if the Rays wanted to trade him back to us for something, but I don't know what that would be. Rowdy smoked the ball a few times recently, but doesn't matter if he swings and misses at fastballs down the middle. Exactly, Quick Cooks. That's the hard part. Did you guys win today? We did. Yeah, go Mariners. Trident's up, or whatever. Trident's up. The king is here? Is that you, No Boy? Are you the king? Welcome to Locked On Mariners. Ahoy, sailors! It's me, Ty Dane Gonzalez. And you're listening to Locked On Mariners. How many games of decent offense before we say Ben Williamson is good offensively? I think we give him like 2 weeks. You know what I mean? See where he's at in a couple of weeks. And if he's hitting the cover off the ball, then he's here to stay. Truly. How many homers do you think Cal is going to hit this season? As a big Cal Glazer, by the way. Chat. You think it's a minimum of 30? Yeah, I say minimum 30. I think he hits probably like 35 to 38. Nathan and Ben can't talk smack. True. So true. If we got Carlos Santana or Justin Turner this offseason and Bliss and Robles didn't get injured, I think our team would look really, really good. It's tough. It's tough because I don't know. Are those guys off to good starts? Hold on. Is Harry Ford struggling or something? This is his 4th year in the minors, and Garver is just god awful. There's no way Harry could be worse than Garver. I agree that he can't be worse than Garver. But this is also Harry Ford's first look at AAA, and so I think that you just got to give him time. Catchers are tough. You have to let them develop. Think about Mike Zunino. The Mariners didn't let him develop, and he was a great catcher for us. But I think that he needed some more time down in the cooker. And think about, I mean, Cal got sent back down to AAA, then there was an injury and he came back up, and look at him now. You know what I mean? I just think he needs more time. Carlos Santana has a 103 OPS plus, so that's a W for him. 0.4 WAR already for him. Justin Turner has a 30. Ooh, Justin Turner is horrible this year so far. Yeah, has a 37 OPS plus. He's batting 156, Chad. Ugh. Who's your favorite Mariners podcast other than myself? I mean, we aren't even my favorite Mariners podcast. Hell no. I hate listening to myself talk, ya. My favorite, man, that is a very tough question, because I love so many people in this community. I mean, Jake, of course, I love Jake. He's a good friend of ours. Raised the Trident. Love watching his stuff because he puts in so much work. He puts in so much work to all of his videos. The Locked On guys, I mean, I've known them forever. I love watching Locked On Mariners. It's probably the one that I watch the most, simply because they post every single day. The Marine Layer boys, of course, Lyle and TJ, have become pretty decent friends of ours as well. And they're so good at what they do and getting you involved in what you're watching. And I think that the energy that you have from Lyle, plus like the kind of smart assery that you have from TJ, is perfect. It's like the perfect combination. And they're so much fun to watch. They're nobody does it better than them on shorts. The thing is everybody does something different. Everyone does something different, right? Locked On posts a podcast every single day. Okay. The Marine Layer boys, obviously they do a ton of shorts and a lot of content with a lot of the players. And then like us, for example, we do a lot of these streams, right? We're trying to stream after almost every game this year. It was a goal of ours last year. It just didn't work out. But yeah, hoping to do it more this year, and we've done that. Obviously the podcast as well. Yeah, another shout out for Connor, Couch GM. Yeah, Couch, Connor does so much so well. And I think that he is the most professional of all of us, like truthfully. Got to chat with him a little bit during spring training, which was a lot of fun. And like Connor does more than just Mariners stuff. Connor's so freaking smart. It's unbelievable how smart Connor is and how good he is at doing this. The Big Four podcast. Are we one of the Big Four, chat? Are we one of the Big Four? Let's go. I think you do everything well. I love you, Kyle. Do you think Munoz isn't getting the credit he deserves so far this year, plus defense behind him? Feels like there's a double play every time he's pitching. Yeah, I think that like Andres Munoz has taken it kind of to another level this year. Truthfully, he's looked so good, and I'm super excited about him the rest of the way. He just has to stay healthy. I think that's a good shout. Quick Cooks, rye bread and mustard, dope. Yeah, I met him down in Arizona as well. Actually, I met him down in Arizona as well. Great dude. That's what I'm saying. It's so hard to pick one because I love pretty much everybody in like the creator space. Like truthfully. So. What's your prediction on tomorrow's game? It will be Brian Wu versus Brady Singer, who the Reds gave up an expensive price of Jonathan India. I think that the Mariners come away with the victory, and it's a 6-4 win. Boom. You just found my OY? Yep, go. That's, oh God, Chris, right? That's Chris? Oh, I'm going to feel so bad if I'm wrong. I think his name's Chris. I have not met him. I want to say that Mike Ford went to Japan. I think. Yo, Quick Cooks, of course, man. Love this community with a bunch of Mariners nerds like me. Dude, Quick Cooks, appreciate you asking questions, bro, for real. Gives us something to talk about. He's a twin? Is he? Oh. Yeah, Connor also a real estate agent. Yeah, him and I talked about that a lot during spring training. As like what he's doing with that and how he's progressing it, and I don't know if he wants like what he's doing to be shared, so I'm not going to share it. But it's pretty sick. It's pretty cool. Is Jake Jay's trying? No. The dude that does the recaps. No, that's I think his name is. I don't know his name. I think it's Joe. Joseph. But yeah, that's Jay. We just call him Jay. Jake and Jay are separate people. Jake is Raise the Trident. Jay is Jay's Trident podcast. So they're I mean, rough that they both their names start with a J. Makes things a little bit more difficult, but yeah. Two separate people. Does Cal hit another home run tomorrow? I think Cal gets the day off tomorrow. Thoughts. Jonathan India is not much in terms of trade value. Neither was Singer at the time of the trade. Yeah, I mean, I think Singer. I think the Reds made out like bandits with that trade. Singer was a great piece to get. I heard you talk about the Titans of the creator space. Titans. Oh my gosh. Makes me so happy to be a part of the creator community. I've gotten to talk to you and the Marine guys. Everyone's so nice. Yeah, that's the thing is everybody in this community just wants to see everybody succeed. And I think that's what makes it so much fun. Truly. We can bring Vogelbach back. He married a girl I went to school with. She posts all the time. He not doing anything right now. Him off the couch probably at least gives us more than Solano. I mean, that is true. However, he is actually a part of the Pirates coaching staff. He signed with them during the offseason for that. Cal's too hot. Maybe a DH today. Good point, Michael. Good point. Yeah, I think maybe he DHs and Garver catches tomorrow. Because I'd be very shocked. Somebody said it earlier. It was Aaron. 9:40. I don't think Randy is awake by first pitch. 9:40 tomorrow. It's gonna be 12:40 there. So but 9:40 for us. So I gotta make sure I set my alarm. I'm not that I think I'd sleep through it, but I just want to make sure I'm up and awake and ready to watch. Let's get a Vogelbach interview. Honestly, oh my God, what if the first ever time we interview a player on this channel, it was Daniel Vogelbach? What if? That'd be so much fun. I could show him my Vogie jersey. I could be like, hey, do you remember at a signing you did at a card shop, somebody asked you if you'd ever heard the nickname Cornelius? And you're like, no, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, that was me. I asked that. Jeffrey, good to see you, man. $2. Yay, almost 54% achieved again. That, my friends, is a playoff caliber team right there, 54%. You'll get me, Laz. Thanks, Manny. I don't know if I'd trust you as a translator. I feel like you'd say some weird stuff. We need a massive Mariners podcast collab. When you say massive America stuff, do you mean because we're all fat? Like that one? Like me, Joe, we get Girthquake on there. Me, Joe, Jake, like we get us on there. Or are you saying just all the content creators collab? Because it's something we've talked about. The hard part is just getting everybody in the same place because a lot of people don't live here. Again, Gavin from up west lives down in Arizona. Jay lives in Arizona. Ty lives in Toronto. Like, huge, massive. Low taper fade. So that's the hard part, is getting everybody in the same place at the same time. I think that when it comes to getting some of us together, we're all close. Like obviously us, the Marine Layer boys. Connor, I think, lives pretty close. Or no, he doesn't. Connor doesn't live that close. Jake doesn't live necessarily that close either. But I know this is far ahead. But any free agents you really want to get this year? I think Nico Horner, Alec Boehm, Gavin Lux, Brandon Lowe, or like Ryan Mountcastle. 1 sec. 5 gifted from Big Z to Aaron, to Idaho Joe, to K Sizzle, to Ryan Johnson, the GOAT, and It's Hoof Dude. Big Z, if you guys got a membership there from Big Z, please shoot some smooches, bros, to Big Z. You'll get one of these times, Rich. I promise. One time you'll get one. It'll happen, Rich. He was not using the torpedo bat right-handed? Okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't think that he wants to use right-handed. I'm not sure. Slackfish, just becoming a member. Slackfish, appreciate that. What is going on? Make sure you guys watch the bloopers. Again, content warning on the bloopers, however. Combine the big three. Vogie, Mike Ford, Rowdy Tellez. Oh my God. You'd have the ultimate left-handed hitting first baseman beef boy. Thoughts? Colton versus Rowdy Tellez in the ring? What? Just got back from coaching T-ball practice. Did the Emmas play T-ball today? Or did the big boy bats show up? Vegeta. They played the big boy bats today. Cal had 2 home runs. And yeah, they came through with some big hits. Of course, there were some smaller hits we saw from like Ben Williamson. Had a little blooper fly ball that scored a run. But yeah, the boys came to play. Oh, sorry. Any of those free agent wants. Brandon Lau, I think, would be the guy. Yo, 22 from Jacob. $22 holla. What needs to go right that we aren't seeing right now that needs to happen if the Mariners are to get to 95 wins? I think, Jacob, truthfully, as long as the pitching staff stays the course and everyone stays healthy, right? You're getting George Kirby back. You're getting Matt Brash back. I think that for this team to legitimately be a 95-win team, a team that can win the division, you just have to have situational hitting. The Mariners need to find a way to hit with runners in scoring position. They need to find a way to score a run no matter what in any situation. You have to find a way to manufacture it, because that's why the Mariners have lost some of their close games. The situational hitting has not been there for this team, and that has been the one thing that's been killing them. And that's that of everything. That's the one thing I can think of that if it changes and they start hitting in those situations, this Mariners team is going to go a long way. Jeffrey with the 5 says, I don't believe there was ever any question we'd be around a 500 team. We still lack the offensive power to make a playoff push. Nothing has changed. Jeffrey. Man. I'm personally having trouble, Jeffrey, getting in that negative-ish mindset after today's win. But hey, talk to me about it on a Mariners Anonymous day, and I might be right there with you. Yeah, the Mariners should have done more this offseason. Truthfully. What was their average with runners in scoring position today? Let me look. Mariners should start playing bunt ball. I know they were stealing bases in Milwaukee, but try suicide squeezes. It's my high school team works out. Yeah, the hard part is a lot of guys are really bad at bunting. So, even though they practice it all year round, we've seen how bad they are at bunting. Let's see. With runners in scoring... Damn, there was only 11,000 people at that game today. The Mariners were 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position. So, they hit 250 today with runners in scoring position. So, yeah, Julio needs to heat up in the sun. He's a hot weather dude. I don't know. He's got to heat up. Hitting 180 and play like the star we need him to be. Yeah. Sorry, chat. The thing is, like, Kyle Seager was always a slow starter. And, like, I think that if Julio is that same guy, but he still puts up the years that he does, last year was different. He started off really slow, but then he continued to be slow. Whereas Kyle Seager, you have to get him through the month of April. So, it was America stuff at the Reds game today, the Reds Mariners game. There was 11K, not in here. Oh God, could you imagine if we had 11,000 people in here? The most we've topped out at, I think, is 1,100. And that was at the trade deadline stream last year where the Mariners didn't do jack. I haven't actually talked about that yet, Mighty Pat. So the Mariners did option Gregory Santos today, which is something we talked about a little bit on yesterday's stream they probably needed to do. They optioned Gregory Santos, brought up the official move was Troy Taylor. It was Will Klein, right? It was Will Klein, right? And so I think that you still have Shintaro, you still have Austin Kitchens down there. So I don't know, whatever. But Santos, he needs to go down to AAA and find the strike zone. Plain and simple. And I think that if he can do that, he can come back up and be a force to be reckoned with at the back end of this Mariners rotation. Bullpen. But right now, it's just not going to happen. And it was the right move to send him down. You can't have him in there blowing games for you, plain and simple. And I think you have a better chance to win, maybe even with Will Klein. He's not going to be a leverage guy for you, but you have that in Gabe Spire, who maybe you didn't see that coming. Who did Troy come up for? I think they DFA Jesse Hahn, and then they re-signed him. Hit that like button, chat. Get a coffee, have 1 or 10 on me. Yo, this was coffee. I might have to go make another one because I'm sleepy and it's only 7:40. So, but with that being said, chat, I am going to wrap up stream here because I am getting kind of sleepy. And I'm kind of getting a headache a little bit from the lights. So, but there will be a stream tomorrow after the game. Remember, it's a 9:40 start time, 9:40 a.m. Our time. Oh, it was Casey Lawrence. Oh, gotcha, Casey Lawrence. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. No ball knowledge. Shut up, Minnie. Listen, they make so many moves. I don't even know anymore. I'm lost. But 9:40 game tomorrow, chat. Reminder that the podcast is going to be out in the evening. So that's going to be out probably 4 or 5 o'clock, I'd say. Because we don't want to release it we're going to record it after the game instead of recording it tonight before the game, because we wouldn't be able to release it until after. So that's the plan. Be on the lookout for that around 4, 5, 6 o'clock sometime tomorrow evening for episode 183 of the podcast. But for all of you guys, Mike and Jacob specifically with the little dono war you guys had going on, dude. I appreciate the hell out of everyone that was in here. Who all donated? There was a lot today. There's a lot today. Let's start from the top. Lucario, Mike, Vinny, Dark Time, Levi as well was in there. Jacob, the legend, Nelson Clay with the gifted member. Obviously, Mike E also had the 10 gifted. Autumn had that $4.99. Jeffrey was in here. Big Z with the gifted. Slackfish becoming a member. Dude, truly a crazy stream. Honestly, crazy stream today. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for all the support tonight. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Let's go.